Hello all, welcome to Embedded Linux Learning Point, a learning platform for anyone who wants to learn embedded Linux and to grow in this field. In the last tutorial, we have learned about Linux file system directories and how to navigate the file system. In this video, we will know how to list files and directories, filter, listing output, and file globbing. Watch the entire video and you will reward yourself with one more drop of Linux knowledge and one step closer to mastering Linux. First, let's learn about displaying a basic listing. In the user interface, you would know by default what are the files and folders that are present in your file system. But how do you do it in the terminal? If you want to see what are the files that are available on the system, you can use the list command that's called ls. As you can see, the ls command displays the files and directories located in your current working directory. Of course, you can also give the directory which you want to see the files and directories. For example, ls, and I will go from the user and bin. So we are not in this directory, we are in the documents elp, and you will be able to list the files and directories in the user bin like this. ls command also takes some options. Some of the options are -f to distinguish files from directories. If you do an ls -f, you can see any directory that ends with a forward slash, or any uh, thing that ends with a forward slash is a directory, and which does not end with the forward slash is a file. In our terminal, we can also see is a color difference. In some terminals, we may not see the colors, so the forward slash with the option F will tell us whether it is a directory or a file. And -A is an option to display hidden files along with normal files and directories. Put an ls -A, you can see there are some hidden files or folders. There are some hidden files. You can see there are two directories which are dot and dot dot. So these are in Linux, these are by default you'll have in any Linux directory. Apart from the short listing, ls also supports a long listing, so with an option -l. With -l or the long listing, you will be able to see the different useful information. ls -l, yes, here you can see some more information apart from the names of the directories and files. What it says is, or what are the information that it gives is the file type, such as -t. If it is a -t here, it means it is a directory, and if it is just the minus like this, that means it is a file. And for a linked file, you will see that L, and for a character device, you will see C, or a block device, you would see P. So maybe I can show examples of this here. ls -l of, let's say, user bin. For example, I should use -l. It was a wrong command. Well, so you can see that this, for example, root is a ZSTD cat, is ZSTD, which is a link. Okay, and for devices, so we will just see ls -l -dev directory, and you can see that C, For example, 0 is a character device. Yeah, here you can see it's the loop 23 is a block device. So that's how you will see some of the information about the type of files. Okay, and the next thing that you will see is file permissions. The details of the file permissions I'll cover in the later episodes. So for now, what you can understand is, so for example, the file called books, folder called books has read, write, and execute permissions for the user, read and execute permission for the group, and read and execute permission for others. So that's how the the permission model is. The next thing that you'll see is the number of file hard links. Here you can see it has three file hard links. The others have one file hard link, and this directory videos created has seven file folder hard links. So that we'll cover in the later episodes about the linking. The next thing that you will see is file owner username. So the owner user is Virish. The file primary group name is also Virish. So I have not created any separate group as such. And the file byte size. Here you can see the directory by default. The minimum size in a Linux it allocates is 4K in bytes. So I all these other files are empty files. So that's why you see a 0. And the last time the file was modified. The next thing is this. So it was like February 13, 2022. That's when the file is modified or the folder is modified, and the file or directory name at the end we will see we are seeing the test test1. These are the file names. So this is the information that you will get using the -l option. So the next thing that is important is filter listing output. So before that, I would say that I will leave you a link in the description so that you can see the complete information on ls command. Ls also takes some other options for uh, getting more information or structuring the information that you will see on the terminal. So I'll leave the link in the description. Okay, so the next thing that we will see is filter listing output. As we saw in examples above, the ls command lists all non-hidden directory files. If you're looking for information on just a few files, how do you do that? ls command provides a way for you to define a filter on the command line. It uses the filter to determine which files or directories it should display in the output. So if you see, ls lists everything that's available. Let's say I want to see information on only one file, for example, test2.txt. So that you can give as a filter. The filter is nothing but it's just a simple text matching string for that you want to match. Okay, so the test2.txt. Okay, and if you enter, you'll see only about test2.txt. And if the test string doesn't match, it says ls cannot access this because there is no such file or directory. Okay, sometimes you might not know the exact file name that you're looking for. So ls command also recognizes wild characters and uses them to match pattern within the files. The wild characters are the question mark to represent one character and a star or asterisk to represent any number of characters. The question mark can be used to replace exactly one character anywhere in the filter string. So an example of that is ls minus l. So I want to, let's say, match only one character. So I'll put question mark here, and then dot txt. So as you can see, it displayed test1.txt, 2.txt, and 3.txt respectively, because test the question mark matched only a single character that's available to match with the complete name, the test question mark.txt. So that is how you'll be able to match a particular character. Similarly, you can also use asterisk to match zero or more characters. Say, for example, if I put a star at the end, okay, so it shows anything that start with test. So also it included other files like underscore file underscore one and dot txt. So if you see the star matches anything, even the zero character also. So that means like if you see the test.txt, it doesn't have any extra character. So that also gets listed using the star. As with the question mark, the star can also be placed anywhere in your the search string. ls minus l test star t. So if you see, it matches everything that start with test and ends with d. That's why you're seeing 1, 2, 3, and the text, the test.txt. So this is how you will use star and question mark. And using the star and the question mark is also a part of something called file globbing, right? So the wildcards are officially called meta character wildcards. You can use more meta character wildcards for file globbing than just the asterisks and question mark. You can also use brackets. So something like this, ls minus l test, and under that I want to mention 1, 2, 3. So what I'm saying here is that the test, or your file string or the listing should contain test with all the characters matching 1, 2, and 3 and .txt. So you can see, so it matched with 1, 2, and 3 characters and displayed the listing. Also, with the globbing, you can use the range of characters that you want to list. Okay, for example, minus l test. So here I want to mention the range of characters from 1 to 3, and then .txt, and it also displayed something like before, where it matched test1.txt, test2.txt, and test3.txt. So previously we used 1 to 3, and here we are using a range. So the same works with even the alphabets also. So it kind of accepts the alphanumeric ranges. So one more thing also you can do is you can specify what should not be included in the pattern match by using the exclamation point. So as you know that in programming, exclamation is a boolean not. Okay, so ls minus l test, in the brackets you say that not one dot txt. So anything that doesn't match any character other than one in the listed files should be listed here, something like this. You can see that you can see it displayed test 2.3, 2.txt, and 3.txt, and eliminated 1.txt. So basically, file globbing is a very powerful feature when searching for files and directories. Uh, it can also be used with other shell commands besides ls. So other commands like cat, grep, which we will cover in the future, will also use file globbing. More about globbing, I will leave a link in the description. You can have a look at it. Now that we know that how do you list files and directories, and to work with a little bit of globbing or the listing with the filter. In the next episode, we will learn how to work with files and directories. Leave the comments for any feedback or discussion. Also, like the video if you felt that it's useful, and share with anyone who is interested to learn more about Linux, and subscribe to the channel if you're not done yet. Thanks for watching.